Wow, good evening, everyone. You're here. You're at the Grandma's Attic Music Review. I don't know what time of day it is for you, but if you're watching it on public access, probably about 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can do that any time of the day, 24/7. And we have now over 500 videos up there for you to check out. So, you know, Grandma's Attic, YouTube, you can see all your favorite artists there. Now, that's enough advertising the show. So I don't think in this particular studio I have had anybody as many times as I've had this gentleman. So a while ago, I was coming home from Maine, and I really hadn't gotten to know this person, and we got on the phone and we talked pretty close to 2 hours. That's not an exaggeration. We talked and we talked. By the time we got done, we knew that he was the brother from another mother. And he called me the sister from another mister. And that's so cool. And he's helped with a lot of things that I've done. When we did World Kindness Day last year, I suggested, I didn't tell him what to do, I suggested that he should think about writing a song about kindness. We all know how I feel about it. Look, cultivate kindness. It's a thing, right? And he did. And he did. And now he's dropping a new album. He's having a couple listening parties before it drops. So if it's really bad, we can fix it. Just kidding. But look, it's out. It's out. And my name's on it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, Erik and I have become very dear friends, and we share things that, we have things in common that are baseline to what we should all have. Kindness, a love of nature, an admiration for good music and good musicians. And the real bottom line is that kindness is a superpower. And I think that we've wrapped our souls around making sure that everybody knows that kindness is a real thing. And all you have to do is practice it to get it right. So tonight, I'd like you to give a little kindness to Erik. Sit back, relax, get some popcorn, get a couple of beverages. We're taping today, which is the 6th. And tomorrow is his birthday. He's going to be the whole double digits thing. I'm not going to tell you what decade, but probably, well, never mind. Anyway, sit back and relax. This is going to be a great show. We're going to talk about the new album. We're going to talk about a couple of these songs that are outrageously good. Please welcome into your heart, Erik Rebasca.
Thank you, my sister from another mister.
Anytime, brother from another mother.
Yeah. I'm going to start off with a song that you kindly asked me to think about creating, and it took hold, this idea of kindness being a superpower, and that how it disarms people when you really lead with the love of kindness. So I think we debuted this at Hygienic Art.
We did.
Yeah, that was, what, 2 years ago for World Kindness Day?
At least.
Yeah, this one is called Try a Little Kindness. When everything you've known has been shaken up and torn down, and you feel like you're drowning. When the world seems like it's falling deeper in disgrace, you feel your heart slowly hardening. You gotta try, you gotta try, 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 try a little kindness. And just try a little kindness. When the horror of all this pain endured everywhere gets you down, eclipsing all beauty and sunrises. When hatred and mistrust seems as if it's all around us, you can smile to your heart until you feel it soften. You gotta try, you gotta try, 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 try a little kindness. Just try a little kindness. 'Cause kindness will never do you no wrong. It's the only thing that we know from the moment that we're born. When you stand up tall, even though you want to lay it down and cry in sorrow, yet still you walk towards that light within your reach. And that's where you find you can let go of all that weight you're carrying from generations behind you. And when you find you're kind to yourself, you see the true power within you. You gotta try, you gotta try, 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 try a little kindness. Yeah, just try a little kindness. Well, you gotta try, you gotta try, you gotta try. You gotta try, say now you gotta try, and you gotta try, 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 try. Yeah, now you gotta try, you gotta try, 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 try. A little kindness.
I kind of like that song.
You like it just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like it too. We keep trying. This next one is probably as close as I get to a John Prine song. I was listening to a really great record, the name of which is escaping me at the moment, but it's his second album. It's got a red cover, and that just seeped its way in my soul, and out popped Fooling Yourself. Well, I was bludgeoned with souls, heavy as news, crowded by coverage of them popular fools. I'm shaking to death that's put on hold for some bills. In the depths of my dreams was a heavy fright, crawling through my bed on a ponderous night, finding souls in limbo clinging to a need to survive. Surviving's crazy, so stop and smell them roses. Don't waste time getting perfect poses. Whatever you're in, you'll know it when it's real. And if you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. If you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. It's a clever trick when you can't see the prison that's draining your blood, so you can't catch a vision. Gotta see deep inside before there can be a real change. A change of mind and a change of heart. Change can't happen without a true start. So step over that line when you hear the sound of the gun. And then you run like mad till these gold wines believed, without ever questioning the impact we leave. We're trying to get away from the monsters at our backs. And if you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. If you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. They get us started young, keeping up with the Joneses, with a white picket fence and all its psychosis. An attack of the heart just might leave some wisdom behind. And children always want attention, or so we think, so we hover over them while we're sipping our drinks, avoiding ourselves with distraction before we crash. Crash from the headlines gnawing at our brains, feeding dopamine hits for seconds of fame. It's never really worth pain we put ourselves through. And if you think that you're any different, well, you're only fooling yourself. If you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. It's so much harder to process when a life's on the line, and you're shutting down sorrow of pain left inside. On an unsteady shelf lies the chapters of past years. And it's time to go if you want to get away from here, get away from being fighter of unrealized needs. Maybe we'll find some peace past the next pending shame. Want to make it stop, make it crumble. Someday in one's life you gotta stop all your rumbling, 'cause every life story always ends the same. And if you think that you're any different, well, you're only fooling yourself. If you think that you're any different, you're only fooling yourself. Well, you're only fooling yourself. Thank you, studio audience. You're awesome. Can I take you everywhere I go? I'd love to have you at every gig.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it?
That would.
Come
oh
on.
my gosh.
Like, let's all go on tour together. You got it. Top bunk to Deanna. All right.
I'll drive.
I'm gonna do a song that's I have a friend who's dealing. I have a couple of friends who are dealing with end of life decisions for their parents. So, and I had to go through that. We all have to go through this. This is nothing new in life, but sometimes you don't get what you want out of that relationship, and this is a song about that. It's called. I forget what it's called because I'm in the zone right now, so it doesn't matter. Well, there's a constant reminder of life all around. When death's at your doorsteps, there's only once now, like a sunbeam that shines through the color of trees, or a love that lingers you miss through the years. Efforts get made, but your shell is too tough. Sometimes hurts deeper than the loss of your joy, but you come back for more in the hopes to be seen. It can take a long lifetime to realize a big dream. Sew up them cracks in your heartstrings, accept all the choices you've made. There's another shot in the next life to do better than what you gave. Demise can roll slowly, whether it's wanted or not. When there's nowhere to turn, you just accept what you got. You gotta accept what you've done, for better or worse. Accept all the truths before you escape in your hearse. As they challenge you grounding, will you run and hide away from the love that you so desired? Or will you dig in your boot heels at a stubborn denial, living in a box world constructed by your pride? Sew up them cracks in your heartstrings, accept all the choices you made. There's another shot in the next life to do better than what you gave. To live at the altar of some fabled truth is awaken life's sins in a barbed wire room. Cut through that wire so you'll have no regrets. As your steps a little slower, you rest easy in your bed. Now life's feeling shorter, the time seems to stop. Stories start to fade and the cycles start to drop. Time to close up this chapter, put an end to this loop. There's a moral in the story, it's knowing when to close the book. Sew up them cracks in your heartstrings, accept all the choices you've made. There's another shot in the next life to do better than what you gave. Sew up them cracks in your heart heartstrings. Accept all the choices you made. There's another shot in the next life to do better than what you gave. That was called Better Than What You Gave. This one's called The First Time Before. And it's always about, you know, as we go through life, we always want that fresh feeling, kind of like baby green spring blooming in the trees. This is about all that. Well, I don't want to be holding back anyone who needs to shine. Don't want nobody holding back me anywhere down the line. There's a magic to feel together when we let ourselves soar. That's where my heart can open, like that first time before. We can always choose to be free as long as we hurt no one. We can solve for the deepest crises when proportions aren't blown. We can reach for the highest heights that challenges to our core, that held my heart open, like that first time before. Like the first time I saw your beauty from across a crowded room. Like the first time I kissed your sweet lips, how my heart leapt in swoons. Like the first time we laughed so deep and loud at the same joke du jour. It's when I knew my heart can open, like that first time before. There's open roads for adventures, thrillingly filled with glee. And there's open skies for dreaming of how we wish it all could be. Universal saying like the one about lesbian more, that held my heart open, like that first time before. Some believe there's God in heaven, all knowing and to be feared. Some believe that God lies within, killing doubt with divine spears. Some days I don't know what to believe, but I know when the goal's been scored, for the thrill of my heart to open, like that first time before. Like the first time I saw the truth of sin and forgave my foul own deeds. Like the first time I cried out the loss of life for their souls were finally free. Like the first time there was blinding sun after bitter rains broke one morn, when I knew my heart can open, like that first time before. Well, every loss has led to this, every slight been endured. But you've been there for every step, keeping me reassured. You love me no matter what, that I'm truly adored. In your arms when my heart opens, like that first time before. It's in your arms when my heart opens, like that first time before. In your arms when my heart opens, woo! Yeah, just like that first time before. All right. Woo. I got through that one. Oh, I love that too. That's so much fun to play. I've been listening to a ton of Willie's Roadhouse, and so a lot of that is making its way into my songwriting lately. My wife and I, we go on these nice long trips, and we pop Willie's Roadhouse on because the roads are crazy right now, and it's the only thing that kind of calms us down and keeps us level while we're, going on our excursions. So this is a song that popped up for her. It's called Love Resounds. When I lay my head down, overtaken by sleep, I'm dreaming so sweetly the darkness can't penetrate me. Darkness lingers through the winds, where the sun shines highest, highest as the perfect skies, like your every smile. It's because of you that I feel saved, saved from myself when I'm lost in all the world's hate. How you warm my soul when your hand's in mine. We always had a love that we never had to try to find. 'Cause your eyes reflect the details of all these worlds we found. They don't ever hurt when hit by the sweetest sound of every glory shining loudest when our love resounds. When our love resounds. Let's take a lengthy walk over mountains and treetops. Talk about all the things that we're gonna do a year from now. Like go all around the earth, by every land and every sea. Ain't no treasure that can hide forever from you and me. 'Cause your eyes reflect the details of all the worlds we found. It don't ever hurt when hit by the sweetest sound of every glory shining loudest when our love resounds. When our love resounds. Well, I remember the start like it was yesterday. I remember how we played in every moment of every day. You let yourself fall like I fell for you. Felt so right, so free and so true. You made my heart swoon. You said I made you soar. All these years later, your trust still rocks my core. 'Cause your eyes reflect the details of all the worlds we found. It don't ever hurt when hit by the sweetest sound of every glory shining loudest when our love resounds. When our love resounds. Yeah, when our love, when our love resounds. When our love resounds, when our love resounds, it don't ever hurt. No, it don't. Thank you so much.
My dear brother from another mother,
What's up, my
do you want to
sis?
play one more song and then come talk to me?
I would love to do that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is out on Monday on radio only across the whole country, possibly the world, depending on how the campaign goes.
I'll play it before anybody gets out of bed.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now you have the CD to do that.
With no face.
With no face. Inside joke, folks. Well, actually, no, we'll show you what's going on with that.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. So this one's called Wise Up. Oop.
It's already been on the radio. Last week, it was on the radio live.
Wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones. We see downfall around them as a warning to oneself. Fools wanna talk when they see you falter, never realizing they're the ones who fail to see the suffering made by their own desires, failing to comprehend how they lost control within. So wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones. You see downfall around them as a warning to oneself. Wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones who live fully in this time, seeing all in themselves. Fools, they can't see their own twisted logic. Their vanity swims shallow and lost adrift at sea. As fools shout so loud with confidence and anger, inciting base emotions is how they learn to be. Tougher generations in a prison of trauma, never escaping cycles of these righteous decrees. So wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones. We see downfall around them as a warning to oneself. Wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones who live fully in this time, seeing all in themselves. Downfall comes so quickly when ruined by greed, dismissive indignation while we're watching others bleed. Downfall swells so bloated like an overflowing river, breaking weak foundations, strangling good deeds. Fools don't want to see reality around them. Fools ignore all signs on their path to be free. So wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones. We see downfall around around them as a warning to oneself. Wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones who live fully in this time, seeing all in themselves. Wise up, wise up, wise up with the wise ones who live fully in this time, seeing all in themselves.
Come over and mic
All right.
So while Eric's getting himself mic'd up so we can talk, and he's going to get out his little bass, his mini bass. But anyway, there's so much going on. The concert calendar on Saturday for the Blues Show on WCNI was so long he couldn't even read the whole thing. That's how much music is out there. I remember about 6 years ago when we couldn't even go out and play music. We couldn't go out and listen to music. Music was so absent from our lives, and musicians were like, no. And they were playing music from their house and putting it out online and doing Zoom musics and oh my goodness. And now we can go back out in live, in-person shows and see music again fully and wholeheartedly. Support live music, guys. Support your local musicians. They're out there working hard so that you can feel the feelings that they're singing about. It's so important. Check out all the websites. Check out hygienic.org. Check out, I'm not sure, Sinner's Circle might be a .com. Ben Parent's putting on a couple of festivals, one in the Connecticut College Arboretum and one down on the pier. And it's going to be like a folk thing. So check these things out because there's so much music to get out there and see. Now we're going to see what Eric's up to because he's got some stuff going on too. Hi, my dear.
Hello, love.
Oh, so I think that the one thing that's missing in our relationship is that I haven't met your wife. I mean, I feel like I know her so well, and I don't. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. So I got given. Can you see me? You got it? So this is the new Erik Rebasca album. It's called New Scrolls. Hold it up again. How about right here? Right in front of my face. I like that. Oh, look, Erik, I have your face.
And you're wearing my denim.
It is an improvement, but then when I go like this,
Oh.
look, wait, I can pick your nose. I can do it this, like the hole in the middle, it cuts, it's, oh my gosh. And I'm the only one that has one like that. I'm special.
You were the only one who will ever have something like that.
That might be a good thing. Oh my goodness. So you didn't do Come All Ye Faithful.
Not yet.
Are you closing with that?
I'll close with that one, sure.
Yeah, that's a great song. I remember when you were doing it in the radio station the other day. I was like, I like this song. I like this whole album. I can't wait. I have a cello thing going on in my CD player in my car right now.
Nice.
But I'm going to take it out and shove it in the CD. Anybody that loves music loves cello because cello sings like a human. You know it does? Yeah. It resonates that same way. So I'm going to take it out and put it in my little CD case, and I'm going to put this in, and I probably won't take it out for like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. I'm going to listen to it till I can sing every word to every song.
Amazing.
No, you're amazing.
I'll get you the lyrics so you can.
I don't need the lyrics. Okay. I don't need I might make some up.
That's okay.
We did that back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It happened
I'm not
in the
even going to tell
too.
you about it.
It happens more today than ever because I think I've forgotten a lot of those songs.
It's so bad.
It's bad.
So I want you to tell the story. We're going to talk about what's going on now, but I want you to tell the story about walking into that concert by yourself and it registering with you that you needed to do that.
Oh yeah, that was the Screaming Headless Torsos.
Right.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
it had a great name. The Screaming Headless Torsos.
Right. They were literally a jazz funk thrash rock band.
Jazz, funk, thrash, rock.
With a little bit of ambiance and a little bit of improv, and they were, in the mid-90s, they were amazing. So I was living in New York City. I read this review saying that this was the group you had to go see if you're a fan of these kinds of things, which I was a fan of all those things.
Of course you were.
Yeah, I love music.
Right.
I love all kinds of music.
We do.
Yeah. And so I couldn't get anybody to go with me because they were scared by the name of the band. They thought it was going to be a metal show. And yeah.
Right?
And so I went by myself, and I walked downtown from after work one day. It was on Houston Street. There was a club called AKA, and it was this long, thin, narrow club. And I got in there just before they came on stage, and there was a little spot on the back left where I could stand on a bench and kind of see the whole thing from above. It was a tight room. It was packed. And out came the Screaming Headless Torsos, and they have a song called Free Man. And the lead singer is this big hulk of a presence, and he says, "For 20 long years, I had secrets. I could not read music. But now, thanks to Hooked on Funk," and then the band kicked into this, I don't know what it was, but it just tore my face off. And after that show, I said, I've got to get serious about, because I've been noodling for years, but I never got serious about music. I had written songs too at that point, but I said I need to get serious. And I eventually took guitar lessons from David Fusinski. He goes by The Fuse, who was in that band.
Right,
So.
You had told me that, and I was like, wow, now that's a legacy. Not only Screaming Headless Torso, that the name of that band just will resound throughout history.
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that they took little bits of so many different vibes and brought them all together and made them sound freaking amazing.
It's a killer album, and so for anybody listening,
no, really, when Eric and I
want
talked,
this record.
When you and I talked about that, I had to look them up.
Yeah.
And I listened. I did a deep dive, which isn't very deep with them.
No.
It's really like this much.
Yeah.
But deep dive. This band is great, especially if you have the ability to understand and love all different kinds of music.
Yeah.
Like, music is music, but when you understand jazz and funk and rock and blues and classical, and you know all of them together, and this band did all of it just like this, and every single song has its own ambiance, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Every single song is just enough different to not be like anything else they do. It was amazing. So I love them.
Yeah.
And they're not anything anymore. And I really wish they were, because they'd blow some of the bands that are out there today out of the water.
Yeah, they're like direct lineage from Fishbone, which I grew up listening to.
Right.
And anybody who loves Fishbone is going to love this band. And then they'll love Light Warriors, which was, an inspiration. Both of those bands were inspiration for my band that I had for 8 years. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And you did some traveling with some bands too. You did some stuff, and you worked like a serious life for a minute. You were trying to.
We won't talk about that.
I can't even.
I survived that.
I can't even see you doing those things. But when you decided that it was time for you to just do music, what did it feel like? Like your last day of work, and then the next day when you woke up and you were like, all I have to do today is music. How did that feel?
It felt pretty amazing. It was also a little scary because I had been used to having my calendar packed for months at a time.
Yeah.
And so it took me a little while to adjust. I ended up consulting for a number of years before the pandemic to just keep afloat as I figured out who I was musically.
Yeah.
But I had been in a band called True Mystic. That was a dub jungle hip hop reggae collective band. We toured the country. And before that, I'd had my own bands in New York City. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do musically. And Light Warriors was the first thing. And then I had a side recording project called Ecstatica, and we just make records. We don't play out. But Light Warriors was the main vehicle to figure out, okay, this is how I take all these influences and channel them into something. And then when that ended in 23, the acoustic guitar is really my primary instrument for writing. So it was just natural that I have kind of evolved into these more folky, traditional styles of music. And I love it. I really enjoy it.
I love it. So along comes Erik Rebasca into my life, and our kindness vibe turned into like a real thing, and now it's a song. But he got together with a bunch of musicians, many of whom have been on this show, and put together a group called the Connecticut Hope Collective. Now I want to tell you, there's not one person in that grouping that is a millionaire. There's not even one person in that grouping that's a thousandaire. All of them are simple, down-to-earth, music-loving folk. Lots of gardens grown in that group. Lots of gardens are grown.
Lots of great music.
And we just had Brian Larney on the show, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I didn't even know who he was. And he was playing in all these other bands too.
Right.
But anyway, the Connecticut Hope Collective. Tell us about this and why it's so important. Money-wise, fiscally, and humanitarianly. Is that a word?
Sure.
Yeah, it is because I said it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'm down with
so
it, whatever
let's talk,
that,
right.
whatever that is.
Let's talk
it's
about
a good thing. So, I let's talk about it. Frank Critelli is just like the heart of songwriter scenes like yourself. And if it wasn't for Frank, the Connecticut Hope Collective probably wouldn't happen. But I said to him after seeing, of all things, the We Are the World documentary on Netflix.
Right.
Because it was just, it was a great documentary. It was actually
a great documentary.
Really
and when
inspiring.
the song came out, and all those musicians from so many different genres all stood together and held hands.
Yeah.
And say, that made people feel. That made people have the feelies. It still makes people cry.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a very good song.
It's a good song. But I said to Frank, what if the band did We Are the World? And so he and I wrote Just Get To It, which we premiered at the Pass the Guitar events that happened. So this was the end of 2024. It was at Milford Arts Council that year.
Right.
And I said, because we're always singing like all these great classics from 60 years ago, but it's time to infuse some new music into that sing-along vibe. So we intentionally wrote, how do we sing, write a sing-along. And so Just Get To It was the single. We have done a group version of Try a Little Kindness, and there's plans to do more recordings together as a group. But when we did the Just Get To It recording, it was just myself and members of the Bargain. And Brian Larney. It was, I think, 5 or 6 of us. And Denise Jones was checking out the...
Girl can sing.
She can sing.
Oh my gosh, that girl can sing.
She can sing. And so she was checking out the studio at Bonehead's, Tom Boudreau's studio in Cheshire. And we coaxed her into singing. And if it wasn't, that song wouldn't be what it is if she didn't sing on it. So...
Because there's just that solo female voice surrounded by all those men.
Yeah.
And she just kills it. She kills every song she sings, but that girl can sing. I'm a little jealous of her because,
I'll tell her that.
My partner likes her a lot.
Oh.
I'm jealous. But no.
No.
She can sing, and she doesn't know it. You know what I mean? She knows she can sing, but she doesn't know it. You know what I mean? She's not snobby, and she's not better than thou, and she's just her.
She's such a wonderful, kind soul.
The only thing that's bigger than her heart is her voice.
I couldn't agree more.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I could say something in that method of kindness about every single person in the collective.
Yeah.
But you're not getting to the point. What happens when the collective gets together and plays out? How much money do you guys take home?
We don't take home anything.
You don't take home any, you go out 12, 13 of you, however many
Yeah.
there are, and you don't take home any money?
We don't take home any money.
What the hell is up with that?
We do it for charity.
See that? So next season, the Connecticut Hope Collectors is going to be playing for Friday Night Folk in November, right?
November.
November 3rd. World Kindness Day. How could I possibly?
World Kindness
World
Day.
Kindness Day
World
is November
Kindness
13th.
Day.
Every year, it's always November 13th, and I'm getting waved on that. Okay, so we'll tell later what's going to happen on November 13th. Let's talk about this album real quick. We've got about 3
Sure.
minutes.
Sure.
So this is the album, and it drops fully
June 5th.
June 5th.
June 5th on
And,
Bandcamp, and then it'll be on streaming platforms the next week after that.
And then
But you
everywhere-
can pre-order it now.
You can pre-order it now, and everywhere that Erik goes, he'll have a suitcase full of them. So you can, like I have. Only mine has a whole, I love picking your nose.
You have the test pressing that only you will ever have. Nobody else will have it.
I think that what I have to do is go to my person that frames things and frame it. I really do. I just, maybe I'll have her, yeah, I don't know. But it's so much fun. So this album is an important album to you because it's something that you really hasn't done before. In what way?
This style of music, this roots Americana style, is not what I ever thought I would be.
Right.
You know, it kind of evolved naturally. So it's a real, getting comfortable in whatever skin I'm feeling at the moment. I feel really comfortable in this. It feels natural. So I don't know why I never embraced it before. I grew up with the Allman Brothers. I loved the Dickie Betts tunes, all
Right.
those country tunes that he
Right.
wrote. You know, and
Creedence.
yeah, always loved that. And so it's nice to just. I feel like I'm coming home. It's interesting, and it was written during a period that was very challenging personally. So there's a lot of themes of, letting go and accepting, stepping into something new. Being comfortable with the unknown.
Right? I look at you playing that.
I'm playing you.
The
you
mini
gave,
bass.
This is my. Where should I look? I'm looking over here.
Mini bass.
This is the mini bass that Doc gave me for my birthday, and it's got a nice big sound. It goes.
Where can people find you?
You can find me. My website is launched, erikrebasca.com, Erik with a K, Rebasca with a C, or just go to highestfrequencyrecords.com and you can see all the things we've talked about and more. And I'm on Instagram as well.
And you can also find him on YouTube on Grandma's Attic because this is the 3rd time he's been in this studio on this show.
Three's a charm.
Well, didn't you come to the other place too once?
I was there once, and I was here. This is the second time I was here.
So this is the 4th time that
Yeah.
you've been here. So
Thank you.
anyway, Erik's going to take us out with a song. While he does that, let me remind you of some things that you need to keep in mind. We're coming into the summer season. Children should not be alone in the swimming pool. Just saying, that water may not be over their head, but all it takes is a bump on the head and yeah. So listen, kids can go out and play in the yard all by themselves. It's been going on for centuries, but they can't go in the pool without an adult around. Pay attention to what your children are doing around the swimming pool this year, okay? Also, make sure that your dogs and cats aren't walking on that hot pavement. It really messes them up. And cultivate kindness. It's a real thing. Kindness is a superpower, and it doesn't take any money, and it doesn't take any strength. All it takes is a smile and a heart that will give.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, and happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Have a great Mother's Day. Peace.
Oh, your mother.
Peace and love. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. And everyone is. And Frank Zappa, it's Zappa's birthday too? Awesome. Well, thank you, John, for having me, and thank you to the great staff at Grandma's Attic for being awesome. By request, this one is called Come All Ye Faithful. Come all ye faithful, Come and show how you believe. Will you stand strong in the darkness? Stand tall like a redwood tree. Stand tall through danger and disappointment. There's always a lesson and another game to play. Don't let one foot drag the other, unless it's a new move you choose to make. And hold your heart, just hold your heart, and hold your heart. Come on, ye faithful, sorrow's a guarantee. Try not to let your heart shatter, and don't you ever let go of your dreams. You'll find there comes a time when you can only rely on so few. Won't tell you that's the only way, but I know the deeper shades of blue. Hold your heart, just hold your heart, and hold your heart. So come on, ye faithful, life hides deeper in all we see. Sometimes a shiny surface is dropping a smile on all the pain that we just healed. Hold it all at a distance, but then it eats away at all the love you could ever feel. Put your trust in those who stand with you, 'cause when you're lost and free, that trust is real. Hold your heart, just hold your heart, and hold your heart. Thank you so much.